Gentleman from New York. Gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I was watching this debate on television in my office. I'm not sure whether I was watching C-SPAN or The Twilight Zone. When I hear some of our colleagues come to the floor, Mr. Chairman, and express their concern over earmarks, my question, Mr. Chairman, is what is so important, and I will yield to anyone on the other side, what is so important about any specific earmark that you have that it has to be rushed to passage tonight, that it cannot stand the scrutiny of this body? Let me finish, and I'd be happy to yield to the gentleman. If you can tell us what specific earmark that you have requested that should not be studied. If my colleagues will remember, the problem was not that we studied earmarks. The problem is that they were bulldozed to passage without proper scrutiny, without proper vetting. Well, guess what? We are running an intervention here. We are going to save you from yourselves. We are not going to allow you to continue to bulldoze these earmarks to passage.
The gentleman will address his remarks to the chair.
Mr. Chairman, we are running an intervention here. We are going to save them from themselves. We are not going to allow them, Mr. Chairman, to continue to rush these earmarks to passage without the proper scrutiny and review to make sure that we don't have the headlines that we read about with members being...
The gentleman from New York has the time. Asking to yield once is sufficient.
To make sure that we never again, that the American people never again have to read headlines about members who are incarcerated because of abuse of earmarks. We will not tolerate those abuses. So I would ask, I will yield time to the gentleman if he will tell us specifically what earmarks he feels so passionate about that he has requested that should be passed tonight rather than being scrutinized by the professionals of the Appropriations Committee and debated.
Mr. Chairman, I'd be happy to entertain this question. Mr. Chairman, I thank my colleague for yielding, and I would say this. We have no idea what the earmarks are in this bill because they are not in the bill.
I will reclaim my time. I asked the gentleman, I reclaim my time. I will yield to the gentleman if he can publicize for us tonight what specific earmarks he has requested that need to be passed this evening.
Nebraska will suspend until he has recognition.
The gentleman?
I will yield to the gentleman if he can answer my question.
You're asking the same question we're asking because we don't see any earmarks in this bill because you intend to drop them during a private meeting.
The gentleman of New York reclaims the time.
I reclaim my time.
Member who has the time, the gentleman will suspend, controls the time. He or she may yield, and he or she may, at any instant, stop yielding. The gentleman of New York
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Recognized.
I will yield to the gentleman if he can answer this question. Does the gentleman know what earmarks he submitted to the committee? I yield.
Yes, none.
Does the gentleman from Nebraska know what earmarks he submitted to the committee?
Yes.
Zero.
I did not submit any.
I reclaim my time. The gentleman has requested no earmarks on any appropriations bill. On any appropriations bill. I'll yield to the gentleman. Ever.
Yes, I have, and I publicize them at home.
I reclaim my time.
I publicize the ones I do have.
The gentleman from North Carolina will suspend. The gentleman from New York has the time.
I will reclaim my time. The gentleman who has railed about the evil of earmarks has just acknowledged that he has requested earmarks. I would ask the gentleman, what earmarks has he requested that are so important that they should not be studied by the Appropriations Committee so that we avoid the abuses of the last Congress? I yield to the gentleman.
I ask for full public scrutiny, not just a private meeting between party leaders in this body.
Mr. Chairman, I reclaim my time. The gentleman still has not told us what earmark that he has requested is so vitally important that it should not be scrutinized. I will yield to the gentleman if he can answer my question about what specific earmarks he has requested that are so important that they cannot be scrutinized.
Mr. Chairman,
the gentleman is just declined to yield to the gentleman from Alabama. He said he would yield to the gentleman from North Carolina.
Has the gentleman yielded? Have you yielded?
I am yielded to the gentleman if he can answer my question.
Mr. Chairman, his question is impossible to answer under the rules of this House that the Democrats have written. They do not publicize the earmarks requested by members.
I reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman from New York.
I thank the chairman. Mr. Chairman, I am asking the gentleman to tell us, despite what his interpretation of the rules, whether he knows what earmarks he has requested. He said he does know what earmarks he has requested. I then asked him, Mr. Chairman, to share that information and explain why these should not be studied to avoid the kinds of abuses and jail sentences that occurred in the past, Mr. Chairman. And I will yield back to the gentleman.
Mr. Chairman, I do not intend to further debate the Riddler.
The gentleman did not seek to be yielded to.
Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time.
Who seeks time?